It's just going to do what a toner should do, and it's going to balance your pH levels to help your skin fix itself if it's in a particularly bad situation. Yeah, so just to clarify here, I'm talking about skincare bad situations. You're involved with a pyramid scheme, you're selling half-price leggings, you don't know what to do with yourself, you're on your own there. That's a bad situation, but this isn't going to help you with that. Hi everybody, this is Rose and welcome back to my channel. So I actually got a request on my Instagram to do this particular video, and that request was to talk about my 5 favorite K-beauty toners. So that's what we're going to do today. Now all of the toners that we're going to talk about today are from Korean brands. So they are Korean toners. Korean toners and like more Western style toners are kind of different, and I'll get into the differences as we go through the video, but just bear in mind that these are going to be a little bit different than the toners that you are used to if you're more kind of on the Western side of skincare. So the first toner that I'm going to talk about is definitely my favorite toner ever. Of all time, favorite. I'm so in love with this toner, it's a little bit scary. The toner that I'm talking about is this toner. It is from Be The Skin. It is their Botanical Nutrition Power Toner. I just love like every single thing about this toner. The packaging obviously is beautiful. It's very high quality. It's kind of a glass bottle, and I just think it's really beautifully done. Like this kind of like an ombre orange to yellow color scheme, and with the white writing, I think it's just a really aesthetically pleasing product. But obviously how nice it looks on the outside has nothing to do with how effective it is. A bit like humans. How nice they look on the outside is not indicative of how nice they are on the inside. Also the same with New York restaurants, interestingly. Some of them look gross outside, but they sell the best food. But luckily for us, this particular toner is an exceptionally high performing toner. It is probably the most hydrating toner that I've ever tried in my entire life. It has a really unique texture in that it's not a liquid, but it's also not quite a gel. It's kind of in the middle, and it's very different. It's very interesting. But what I found is that it really sinks into the skin fantastically, and it hydrates amazingly. Yeah, so top tip on this toner, the way to get the best out of it is to use it right after you've got out the shower when your skin is still damp. Then it penetrates your skin the best, and it works the best. So it's very nutritious for the skin. It contains royal jelly and honey, which we both know are great ingredients for the overall well-being and health of our skin. But it also balances out your pH levels within your skin, which is what a toner is kind of supposed to do. At the moment, I'm really trying to focus on really hydrating my skin, getting to the roots of what K-beauty is all about, which is improving the skin barrier, of maintaining the health of the skin barrier. And you do that a lot by hydrating the skin, and this is exactly what that is. It's very hydrating, but it's very gentle. She says, in the most aggressive and ungentle way possible. Another thing I really love about this product is that you don't need to use very much. You use like maybe 2 or 3 drops, and also it has a really interesting kind of like way that you get the product out, so you can't use that much, if that makes any sense, which is great for me because sometimes I get like way too overexcited and I use too much of one product, and like that's not what we're all about. Like that's not the right way to go. So this one definitely like controls me. I wish there was something like this for like donuts or chips, because once I get started on those, like I can't stop. It's a problem. Like I have no self-control when it comes to food. None. I have to be physically removed from the situation, or the food must be removed. It's like one or the other. Now in terms of how much this costs, again, it completely varies on where you are in the world and how you're buying it, but it's going to cost you about $25 to $30 for a bottle. And as I say, the bottle lasts me forever. So yeah, probably my favorite toner ever. Love it. Can't speak more highly of it. So having said that the Be The Skin toner was my favorite toner, yeah, I've said this like 6,000 times now. This is not a sponsored video, I promise. I have no affiliation with the brand. I wish I did, so give me a call if you're watching this, but I don't. I'm really passionate about this toner. Evidently. This next toner is definitely high up on my list for certain occasions. And it's definitely a product that I rely on a lot to make me look my best. And that is the Beauty Water by Sun & Park. Now this is a very famous product. A lot of people use it, a lot of celebrities use it, a lot of makeup artists use it, and it's kind of become more of a worldwide phenomenon rather than just being very, very famous in Korea. As you can see, I'm kind of getting a little bit empty on it. I will have to replenish my stock, but it does go to show like that I do use it a lot. Yeah, and I think that there's something to say here. Like, I really hate it when I see YouTubers or people on Instagram talking about their routines and they're showing you products that they really like, but the bottles are like completely full. Because what that indicates to me is one of two things. Like, either they really, really love the product, like they say, and they've used multiple bottles and they've just started a new bottle, or they haven't really used it that much. And so they're just saying it because they're being paid, and that's usually the situation, or they just think that they're going to get more views or something if they give a favorable opinion. But if you don't use enough of the product, then you're in no position to be recommending things to people, because you really need to use a lot of the product over a long period of time to see it do any benefits. So at least you know with me, I'm not getting paid and I do actually use the products. Now this toner is a mild exfoliant but also balances your pH levels. But the reason that people really love it, the reason that I really love it, is it's fantastic for applying underneath makeup. So what it's really, really good at is it's good at kind of getting rid of that really, really, really top layer of dead skin and really making sure that your base is as smooth as it possibly can be. So then when you put makeup on top of that, it looks kind of really well done, really perfect, really smooth. Because the last thing you want is a product that pills or that makes your skin look more uneven than it is, because then that means that your makeup has to work even harder. It's pretty mild, so you can use it every day. I don't. I tend to use it when I need my makeup to look really, really, really fantastic. But I do know people who are in the entertainment industry, for example, who put makeup on every single day, and makeup artists and stuff put this on them every single day. It is pretty gentle. The only reason I don't use it every single day is that I don't find that it's very like nutritious for your skin. I feel like it's definitely something that makes your skin look really, really good in the short term, but it's not something that puts a lot back into your skin, if that makes any sense. It retails for approximately $22, and it's quite a big bottle, so it will definitely last you a fair amount of time. So next on my list of my top 5 favorite toners is a toner that you've probably seen a lot of on Instagram and YouTube. There's a lot of people doing the 30-day challenge, which is kind of what this product is famous for, and that is the AHA BHA PHA Miracle Toner by Some by Me. Now, as is pretty obvious from the title, it contains AHAs, BHAs and PHAs. Now what those are acids that promote skin cell turnover. So you're keeping blemishes at bay, you're reducing hyperpigmentation, you're evening out your skin tone over time. It's all of those things that we really know and love from using acids. But the thing that really sets apart this particular toner is that it's got tea tree in it as well. The problem with some products when they contain heavy acids like this does is that the products then tend to be pretty harsh, especially if you have very sensitive or easily irritated skin such as mine. Then the products just kind of, they don't really gel with your skin, and you actually end up with more problems than you started with. Now tea tree is a natural soothing and healing ingredient, so even though you're being a little bit harsh with the kind of exfoliating factors in this toner, you're also soothing your skin. So you're kind of counterbalancing the harshness with the coolness of the tea tree. Okay, so by coolness, I don't mean heat. I mean more like chill vibes. That was like just a really unhelpful word to use there. I'm really sorry. I mean it like soothes your skin. It like cools it down in terms of like inflammation. And that's why I think it's worked so well for me. It's definitely improved my skin the more that I've used it. I did do the 30 days, I did more than the 30 days, and I did notice a real improvement in my skin. So this particular toner retails for about $16, and I think that that's a really, really good price for the effectiveness of the toner, and you get a lot of product, and you don't need to use a huge amount of it to get the benefits of the acids. Now, some people love this product, some people hate it. It definitely has a kind of like Marmite feel to it. Oh gosh, that's an extremely British reference. I'm so sorry for those of you who are not British and don't understand what I'm talking about. Marmite is basically a British spread that you put on bread, and people either love it or they hate it. So what I'm saying is, with this product, either you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. There's no in between. Fun little British reference for you to use. Some people on my Instagram the other day when I posted about this said that they had really, really good experiences with the product, and other people said that it did literally nothing to their skin. Now for me, it did make a difference, and it did help me when I was breaking out, and it helped my overall skin tone improve. But I would just say, don't believe all the hype. It's not going to cure all of your skin issues if you kind of only use this product. It works really well if you use it in tandem with other products that will improve your skin issues. So when it says miracle toner, it can help you achieve a miracle, but it's not a miracle in and of itself. It is a good toner though, and I do like it. Now the next toner I'm going to talk about is the first toner that I used from a Korean brand. And they are from Nia Jen. They are the Real Cica pads. Now you've probably seen these on Instagram or on YouTube. Definitely a lot of kind of influencers and skincare experts use these toning pads because they are super effective. So I was kind of stupid and saw this in my bathroom and was like, yes, I've still got some of those toning pads, brilliant, I'll use them for the video. Didn't bother to look inside because I'm useless and lazy, and realized that I actually have run out of them. So I don't have any of the actual pads to show you, but I can kind of explain kind of what they are. I'm really sorry guys, like I couldn't even go out and restock quickly because I can't go outside because of the virus. I'm so sorry. So essentially in here there's going to be loads and loads of very thin pads soaked in essence. Yeah, it's not an essence, it's a toning solution that does include Centella Asiatica. I promise I get stuff right later on, mostly. And this particular essence contains a lot of Centella Asiatica, which I've spoken about before on this channel. It's an ingredient that's fantastic for soothing irritation on the skin. I talk about it a lot because, as you know, I have very irritated, sensitive skin, and so an ingredient like Centella Asiatica is a holy grail ingredient for me. But really, it's useful for all sorts of skin types because you never want your skin to be irritated, you never want it to be inflamed. Even if you've got a little bit of inflammation, an ingredient like Centella can definitely bring down that irritation and will help your skin recover, even if it's only a little bit. But that's what this toner is really known for. That's its calling card, the Centella Asiatica extract. The essence that the pads are soaked in also contains hyaluronic acid, which we know is a fantastic ingredient for hydrating your skin. So not only is this toner soothing, but it's also very hydrating. For me, it's very, very gentle, and so I can use this toner morning and night. My skin doesn't really have a problem with it. And also because it is so gentle, you can then go on to use slightly more harsher ingredients. If you're using retinols or if you're using different kinds of acids, then your skin's gonna be kind of already kind of chill. So you're not gonna be adding difficult product over difficult product, if you see what I mean. Another top thing for me also is that this contains no fragrance, and fragrance is something that usually irritates my skin, so I do tend to shy away from products that contain fragrance. These are available in loads and loads of different places. Olive Young, for example, sells them by the bucket load. Yeah, and I actually mean this really literally. Like when I was there last, there was this cute little bucket and they had loads and loads of these pots in it. And it was so cute. If you're unfamiliar with what Olive Young is, then I've actually done a video explaining about different stores and shops in South Korea, and I'll put a link up here so that you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, Olive Young sells this, and a lot of online stores as well sell these pads. They usually go for about $20 in America if I'm correct, but they're also a little bit less in Korea as well. It really just depends on where you're buying them. But wherever you get them from, they're a pretty cheap product. I kind of stopped using them for a bit because the only downside is that they're not very eco-friendly. They are individual pads which you then have to throw away. They're not reusable pads, and that just doesn't sit 100% right with me all the time. But I do love the ingredients, I do love the actual formulation of the product, and I kind of hope that over time maybe Nia Jen can come out with a product that has the exact same formulation but in a more eco-friendly product style. But yeah, these are super popular in South Korea, and they're also very, very convenient. Now, last on my list of my top favorite toners is a toner that is particularly helpful for me because I have sensitive skin, and that is the Suen Jeung pH 5.5 Relief Toner. Now, the reason I say that this toner is fantastic for people like me with irritated skin is that it is fantastically non-irritant. This really is a healing toner. It protects and it hydrates your skin. It's something that you're definitely not going to get a reaction from. It's just going to do what a toner should do, and it's going to balance your pH levels and get ready for other ingredients that you're putting on your skin to help your skin fix itself if it's in a particularly bad situation. Yeah, so just to clarify here, I'm talking about skincare bad situations. You're involved with a pyramid scheme, you're selling half-price leggings, you don't know what to do with yourself, you're on your own there. That's a bad situation, but this isn't going to help you with that. The thing I love about this toner is that it ticks the box of everything that a really good Korean skincare product should. So number one, it's incredibly lightweight formula. So it's almost watery, right? So you're patting it on your skin and you're supposed to, it's built so that you put a very, very light layer on your skin. Now this is very, very Korean. This is what the 10-step Korean skincare routine is all about. You're not putting very thick layers of loads and loads of ingredients on. You're putting very, very, very thin layers all over your skin, patting them onto your skin and building up those layers of protection. That's what it's all about. The second thing that it checks off is that when your skin is suffering, you have two ways of fixing that, right? The first way is by combating it with ingredients and products that will fix the problem, that will give you a solution fast, and it will just make the blemishes go away. That's the first way we can do it. The second way we can do it is look at why we had the blemishes in the first place. Why is your skin barrier compromised? And that, my friends, is one of the key differences between Korean skincare and Western skincare. Again, I've done an entire video on this, and if I do say so myself, it's pretty interesting. So go check it out if you haven't already. It's a good one. So what this toner does is it helps you kind of go back to square one. You're going to put nothing irritant on your skin. You're just going to heal it. You're going to slowly, softly, gently heal your skin barrier so you can figure out along the way, right, what was that blemish all about? What was that huge amount of irritation all about? Was it this ingredient? Was it this product? Was I eating the wrong thing? And slowly but surely, you can figure out why your skin was suffering and what you can do to prevent that in the future. So that's why I really fell in love with this toner. It really helps me get back to basics, get back to level one, to reset my skin and help it become the best, most beautiful, brightest skin that it possibly can be. Now, this particular toner retails for about £10, which is actually very, very, very inexpensive, also considering you don't need to use a huge amount. So that kind of sums up my 5 favorite K-beauty toners. Now, obviously I use other toners and I try out a lot of toners, but those are the toners that I use regularly. And what's interesting is that as I was talking about it, I realized that I use those toners each for very specific reasons, which I think is always lovely because it shows the variety within skincare. And I think it's important to be in touch with your skin, realize what your skin needs, and use the ingredients and the products that will help your skin at that particular moment. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!